I need to get my gimbal out. Hello, people. Right. Hello.
Hiya.
I'm going live on Children Matter News. That's my thing. I've usually got me hoodie on show, but it's cold today.
It's freezing.
I know it's that wind.
It was nicer this morning.
It started off nice, didn't it? There you go. Look. Children Matter News.
Oh yeah.
We started with demos against forced adoption and things, child abuse and all of that sort of thing. So we like to cover local events. And now, do you want to say a little bit? Because while I'm messing about with my gear, I'm not organised.
Well, this is Save Our Shipyard. We have the last shipyard here in Sunderland, which has a great history as a city of building ships over hundreds of years. And today we're trying to keep open the last shipyard. Hopefully trying to persuade the council today how important it is for the industry of this city, the history of this great city, that we can create some 200 jobs, apprenticeships that will add value to the city for years to come. There's a great need for shipbuilding with the forthcoming expansion on the Dogger Bank of wind farming. Very specialist marine craft need to be built. And what people don't realise, this is one of the only 2 yards in this country that's completely covered, that allows vessels to be built all year round. We have a great resource. Unfortunately, the river needs dredging to allow the depth so the boats can be built. And at the moment, we face a challenge with the council who want to close it down completely and build luxury apartments.
As they do.
And that doesn't help the people of this city one bit. We can build apartments anywhere. We can only build ships on the River Wear.
That's it. And you know, it's a history as well, isn't it? It's passing those trades on. And
there is. And I'm standing in a square that has a monument to the hundreds and hundreds of ships that have been built since, I think it's 18 or 1790, I think, the first one. And we've also built here one of the longest ships ever launched in this country. So there's a great history. And where has that resource, that knowledge, that expertise gone? And during the trying to bring it back so that we have something for the future.
And I don't know if, did you give me your name? Philip Moore. And what's your history with the shipbuilding? And
I'm no history of shipbuilding.
Right.
I live in Leeds. I heard about this campaign and I've travelled up today at my own expense.
Oh, brilliant.
Because I feel passionate about
things
like this. I don't often get up on a cold Wednesday and get on a train to go somewhere. This cause...
there's not many places left to save, is there? So the ones that are left, we need to...
I hope we don't lose today, and I hope we do meet to keep this fantastic shipyard going forever.
There's a little bit of a march today, isn't there?
There is a march. We've got great support. We have flags and banners. We have great support from the unions and a lot of I was chatting to people today. A chap at 71 years of age worked there 50 years ago that remembers the great industry, the amount of jobs that we created, and the camaraderie of that huge shipbuilding.
You only have to listen to Billy Connolly talking about his experience in the shipyards to get a flavour of the camaraderie and the fun.
Today we're trying to make it last forever.
Brilliant. And hi to everyone that's watching. You've got a bit of support out there. But after the march, there's a council meeting, I believe.
We're handing a big petition in. We've got 2 questions being asked for us on our behalf by 2 councillors, and we're trying to understand why the council won't take the government grant. There is levelling up grants available to Sunderland. The 7 or 8 million pounds it will cost. It's a one-off cost to dredge the river. And today we're challenging the council to explain why they won't take that money, why they won't dredge the river. And the river's not just about the shipyard. By dredging it, it's going to reduce, hopefully, the flooding in Chesterley Street. It makes water flow more easily. And once it's done, it just needs maintenance every year at a few £100,000, which might sound a lot, but we're talking about jobs, not just in the shipyard, but like all these things, all the jobs in the town, the small companies on the outskirts of Sunderland that will make parts for those boats. That's what we're talking about.
They're saying it's a little bit windy there. I'm sorry about that. We can't do an awful lot about that. But it's the thing is, how are they going to pay the rent on these luxury apartments if they haven't got the work to provide them with the means?
The council tax and so on, it seems like a good idea, but in reality you have to think 10 or 20 years on. That's why I'm here today,
Yeah.
because I passionately believe that this country has lost out to every country in the world sometimes for building stuff. And I think,
Well, look at Teesside. I mean,
oh, it just breaks your heart.
I know, that's where I live, over that way.
Should be stopped. And if today we keep it open, and if today we create 200 jobs, and it might be a year or so, obviously it'll take time, but it'll make me happy that I've taken the time to come here and do something.
Well, thank you for doing your
You're very
bit.
welcome.
And I'm going to try and sort my kit out. But yeah, you've got a lot of support on the channel, so that's good. Yes, it is a bit windy, sorry. I'm going to try and... Where's my little friend gone? All dressed up in his... Oh, there he is, look. Councillor Keith Jenkins.
Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
Very good.
We're live, so...
Live on YouTube. Hello, everybody. Here we are.
You've switched camps, haven't you, recently?
I've switched party recently.
Well, this is what I mean, yeah.
She's still calm. Yes, but I'm still me. I'm in a different party.
Sorry, I better not talk to you. We might be clue.
I'm still
Pizza
me.
gears.
Pizza gears.
No, these two were both in UKIP, but Pam's out Tory and Keith's independent. So hello.
Hello, how are you?
Say hello to Mighty Mike and Jason, everybody else that's watching, Rob and everybody.
Oh, good. Good.
Why are you here today, Keith? Off work? You don't usually skive off work for anything, do you?
This is why I'm here today.
Yes.
Save our shipyards.
Very worthy cause.
Shipyards were closed down years ago. We've still got the facilities there for it. We just need the river dredging. Get the river dredged and we can get the shipyards back opened up. At this moment in time, London City Council think it's a bad idea. Probably because they haven't thought about it themselves.
Yeah. And it's good that, oh, look. Got some company over there, look, all masked up. Yes, the fella over there was he's come from Leeds. Nothing to do, he heard about the campaign and thought he'd come over and support it. So that's good. I need to get me kit out, but kind of went live without thinking about it, and now I'm stuck.
And you haven't got your gimbal out.
I ain't got my gimbal out. And I can't, unless I look, it keeps reconnecting. I think they're church.
Yeah, that was down at Selkirk.
It's what? I ain't got a mic, it's just got my phone. I'm gonna try and get my gimbal out. I think that I ain't got a mic, it's just my phone. I can't put the mic on this phone, this new phone, on my gimbal because there's only one socket. Apparently it's the best one for streaming, but there's not enough sockets on it like the other one. I can put that on. But while I'm messing about, I just
Not pause the light.
I don't know. Well, I don't want to. But you got to put. You can't put it on unless it's in. Yes, I'll sort myself out, Rob. Don't worry. Right, now I can turn it on. Right, that's it. Are we going back to rotate device? Well, It's on, but it's saying rotate device, and I don't know how to do it on there. Hello. Oh, look, the business in the background. Didn't even know they were there. If the screen's alright, I can't read the. Is that alright? All my comments are on the side, but remove. Oh, what's happened? I really need some instructions for this. Well, I have got some, I think, but yeah, I don't know. It's sideways. Oh my word. How do I do that then? I don't know how to do that. Do you know what? I'm just going to take it back off. Hey! Oh my word! Don't really know what I'm doing with it. I can turn it back off though. Go back to sleep. Come on, go on, get off. What are they doing? There, I'm off. Not very organised.
Save our shipyards!
Oh, I'm going to turn that round actually. Looking at the top of my head. Zip's broke as well. I should have called me Jane. There's a calamity Jane. Right. Am I the right way up now? I just have to go with a shaky hand. Right. There's quite a few people gathering. Who do you think wants to have a word? There's some people hiding over there, I think. Right, this is the guy that kind of let me take his photograph for the whole thing. So,
Morris?
you're the main man.
Yes.
Well, you've been named now. Come on, you've got to say a few words. We're live.
No, not me. Press.
It's from the Chronicle.
All right.
And he's run the story and he shared the petition. So he's part of it.
Oh.
He's a lovely lad.
Part of it, I'm just here to obviously tell the news, you know what I mean?
He's
Well, I hope you're honest with it.
Oh, I am.
Because we know what the Chronicle can be like with these demos.
The Chronicle is better than the Echo.
Well,
I tell you what, I'd rather
if you're going to
buy
have
the Chronicle.
variations.
I'd rather read the Newcastle News and the Sunday News because they're putting out in. And I can tell you why, but I'm not. No,
There's a lot to be said for There's a lot to be said for transparency, isn't there?
Eh?
There's a lot to be said for transparency.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can see straight through me.
We're starting to see Straight Fruit Council and all, aren't we? Eh? We're starting to see Straight Fruit Council as well.
Oh, I can see through the council.
They're showing themselves.
Houses. Why give call centres? We want real engineering jobs. That's what we want. not.
Everybody plugged into the system.
Uh-huh.
Real work for real
Yeah.
men, isn't it? That's what you want. That's what they're losing.
We want real jobs for the youth. It's not for me. But like,
This is
what's
it.
finished now.
They're going
it's
to have
for the
no
youth.
idea what anything.
Well, it could
you
be
know-
big as Nissan if they tried. You know what I mean? 3,000 jobs, then the supply chain. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Right,
It is. The guy I was talking to earlier has travelled up from Leeds. He heard about it and he.
But you know, I ran the petition, and I could not believe it's from Australia. It's a sister yard. They built up a yard, then they knocked ours up, and they made it better. You know why? You know?
Numbers count.
Sorry. Did he get out of his eye? Did he? Did he check? Oh. Right.
Is he getting photos? I'll
Right.
go around to the
I'll see
front.
you later, love.
All right, thank you.
When I'm ready for you, I'm just going to ask you, are you going to be chanting, are you going to be saying something as you're going along the board? Save our shipyard. When I give you a noise, guys, you can just click with that because I'm doing the video. Okay? Cheers.
Got some press here. So, and Chronicle. Is that Richard Elvin with his Fort Elvin on the back of his purple waistcoat?
Save our shipyards! 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 Magic, thank you.
Said I was shipyard as well.
Yeah, our friend Richard's here, Michael. Might go have a word. Somebody needs to help me set up before I start. I should put my phone in. Thing is, if you don't put your phone in before you turn it on, it goes crazy. So, but then I went on before I'd put it in. I'm still getting used to the whole
Right, I never told you.
reporter business.
So look at him.
Spend too much time in my shed. I like my shed. Being out in public's another thing. Hello! You're live on Children Matter News. How are you doing?
I'm very well. You're looking very well.
Oh,
Long time no see.
I know, it's been a while, hasn't it?
No, it's
Still
been
flying the
over.
flag for UKIP, I see.
Yes, yes.
Oh, I know, I've got that already.
Guess who
We
made
love
that for
road
me?
now.
Oh, did it?
No, we're not.
Oh, that's good then.
Keith, we're ready now. John?
I've been looking for you everywhere.
Right, okay, now, right.
What a shame. I think she was getting a bit pissed off with me going in front of her there. Hello, Bandit. Which demo is everybody going to at the weekend? They're all over, aren't they? Freedom demos this weekend, 20th. Manchester, London, Newcastle. Let us know where you're going, everybody. I have got my gloves, I ain't got them on there. Can't work my phone with them on. can't see Keith over the top of that banner. London demo, Leeds. Oh yeah. I'm actually going to a little bit of a panto with grandchildren on Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning, and then I'm going to dance the night away at the Bowlers exhibition in Manchester for the Manchester Made Us Funky. And I think me and Phil are doing a bit of a show tomorrow night on that. So if you want to catch us talking about those clubbing days. It's good to see that the media's here.
Save our shipyard! Save our shipyard! Save our shipyard!
It's up here, man. It's up here. We'll run over.
Okay, guys, if you're not please stop.
It's Crescent Road with the help of the police. Being accommodating today. I'm sure these guys think it's a good cause as well. And unfortunately it's only going to get windier when we get near the bridges.
Right, guys, just swing it right now. Swing it right. Right, guys, this way. Remember the way we came.
Go. That was my left. I tell you what, he might be small in height, but he's a big man in everything and every other way. Biggest heart. Where are you from then?
I'm from Gosford. I'm Dr. Anand.
Right?
I was an ex-GP, then I was a mine to the bus stop there.
Thank you.
And I was on radio, and then I bumped into Brian, and that's the rest is future. He's not in my I'm a conservative candidate for Gosford.
Right?
And Brian and I get on like a house on fire.
Okay.
And I said, Sunderland is as important to me as Gosford. The money is coming in. And I've been here 43 years in.
Yeah.
I mean, I could retire and go, but that's so boring.
So you're here just to support. Is that your private channel then? Do you have a channel or is it just for...
Dr. Anand.
All right.
I came second in the election because of my very long name as well.
Oh, we need to slow down a bit,
So
I think.
officially I've become Doc Anand.
Right.
Doc is my first name, can you believe that?
Oh, great. Well, that's
What's your
good.
name?
Sharon.
Sharon.
Yeah.
And were you sending this to?
This is live out on YouTube for Children Matter News.
Oh wow. Wow.
We do campaigning for various rights.
Adopted away.
Yeah. I used to work in that field. I did all the training for all of that. I did the family group conference and to bring families together.
Yeah.
They don't use it enough though, do they?
Yeah, no. I don't think they try hard enough.
No.
And too easily children are taken away. I
believe that
having
too.
been a GP, I've noticed how much goes on.
Yes.
It's not a march, it's a run.
I know.
Slow down, guys, you know.
Yeah, we will. We'll slow down because going backwards is hard work.
Straight across. Police have blocked the road. Okay, up there.
It's not a demo if you don't block the road, is it?
Yeah, I know.
Got to draw attention. Sorry for the shaky hand. I do promise to. I didn't know I was coming here today till yesterday. So that's no excuse. Been marching over to the stadium, I believe. It was rather close, wasn't it? I didn't hear the. Yes. I guess it's the word of it. The clubbing days word. Mine aren't finished yet. Sorry, what was that?
Someone is going big. Thank you. Cheers.
Oh, Sorry. Hello. I've got them all behind me now. I don't have to walk backwards. So yeah, there they are. We're going to go over the bridge.
Just go down the side, lads, alright? Cheers.
I'm going to let him go past me, I think. Here. I'm going to turn it back around. Hi! Hi! How are you doing? See, I'm Marita. I got some support here with the for Britain as well as UKIP, and hello again. Anne Marie's here.
Hi, Sharon.
Hi, are you alright?
I'm charged for them shots, you know.
Hey, I'm going to follow you now.
Yeah.
Shipyards and things.
Get the link out.
Such a close down. I mean, Seaside's now going to be like next technology park or something. They get zero carbon, as if. Pipe dreams, more like. I haven't got a clue, have they? Like you say, it could be as big as Nissan here. Nissan do really well here. The bridge. We'll find my little friend Keith. I'll have to call him a little friend. There he is. All right. Is that a private conversation?
Something that we don't want to discuss on camera.
Oh well, there you go. I've spoilt your conversation now. Do you want me to move?
No, you're alright.
Got quite good. I'm Reese. Oh, there she is behind you.
Oh yeah.
Hello again. I'm going to talk to you. They were having a private conversation. Oh, I'm going to turn it round. I ain't got my gimbal out.
Back in Sunderland. I've been here for a while. Last time I was here actually was, do you remember the big marches with Tommy Robinson?
Yes. I think that's the first time I saw you.
Yeah, it might have been.
You were speaking at the.
Yeah, we did
just
so
this
many
Chelsea.
of those. Yeah. I hope she's well if she sees this. Hope she's
Yeah,
doing
well, things did improve quite a bit, I think, after the demos. I mean, people say demos don't work, but
Oh, they do.
you know, there was less. Well, there were certainly less reports of rapes. So,
Oh, that's good.
and also they put a stop to the HMOs being right next to each other.
Right.
So it did make a difference on certain levels, but I know the drug raping and everything's still going on, like, but yeah, I was saying,
Anytime soon.
demos like this, you've got to save what's left of your communities, haven't you? And the opportunities to work.
It's such a good thing. I mean, look at that. Community, that's what it's all
Yes.
about. Just going out there and standing up for yourself. And it doesn't matter if there's 500,000 people, 5 of you. Expect standing up for yourself.
Absolutely.
And having a bit of pride and demanding to be heard. I'm not just coming up in the car with Karen heard about the Tesco ad.
Right.
I haven't seen it. I don't watch it. I've given up.
Yes.
That's it.
I don't
Given
watch
up.
it either.
Given up
And
now.
when I saw the group chat about organising things, I guessed the advert had something to do with the passports and Santa having a passport. So they
Honestly.
There's been a a ho 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 and a go little protests going on in Tesco stores. People filling the trolleys, not with perishables, just with other stuff,
Yeah.
and then leaving them as a protest to suggesting that we should have COVID passes to get into their stores. So, yeah.
Well, the Christmas ads have been political for quite a while, haven't they?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
just you watch.
I don't know if they've pulled the advert, but it certainly caused a stir.
We'll have adverts full of black trans Muslims. I guarantee. It's true though.
I didn't even know there was a Trans Freedom Day till the other day.
Wasn't there an ad? And I think there've been two actually of little boys dressed up as girls.
Yes.
And that's their way of selling.
And one of them is an alien comes down and the little boy shows them what Christmas is about. Apparently shows her and it's an alien. So
You can't. It's unstomachable. It's everywhere. It's the dramas, the soaps, the adverts, the news.
Yeah. Anybody that still watches TV, especially with the climate crisis agenda now hitting the screens.
I don't know how they do it. My blood pressure.
I don't know. I really don't. I was in my daughter's the other day. Jeremy Vine came on, and I was like, turn it off quick. They were talking about whether you should have to pay for healthcare if you're not vaxxed. And this woman rang up and she had all the sources of information where she got the facts from, and she stated those, and then as soon as she said she wasn't oh, you're one of those, you don't believe, and she'd already said she'd had COVID, you don't believe it's a thing, and she's like, what? They started discrediting her straight away. Even my daughter was saying, as if she's just come out with all them facts, and they're like dismissing her, like, oh, you're one of those. You know, it's terrible.
I get a sense of stress when I see this. Probably not to the council meeting. I think they're not public anymore, are they?
I think Keith said there was 10 could go in or something.
Right, okay.
But my car's just parked there, so.
Well, I'll not attempt to hijack it from 10 people there involved in this.
I don't think I could sit in the room with the bullshit.
As well, isn't it? We've just been talking about blood pressure listening to bullshit. But I wish them well, and anyone who stands up for themselves has my support.
Yes. Because I asked Keith, why do they call you Mackhams in Sunderland?
Alright, go on.
And he was like, it's a shipbuilding. It's like, we Mackham, Newcastle Tackham.
I love the novice so much.
It's about, apparently it's come from the shipbuilding, isn't it? We Mackham. How true that is, I don't know. I'll have to check out with Keith where that come from, but that's what he told me.
Well, I know the Hartlepool monkey hangers.
Yes.
I know where that comes from. And I know
He thought the
little-
monkey was
little
a spy.
statues of monkeys all over the Hartlepool.
Hey, we've all got a chimp.
Love it.
We've all got a chimp up there. It's how much freedom we give the chimp, isn't it? There's no filter with the chimp. You've got to read the Chimp Paradox.
Are you serious?
Anne-Marie, watch.
I
Honestly,
get that.
read the Chimp Paradox. You've got to read it.
I will.
It tells you all about your little chimp brain. Your chimp brain's the north.
Thing.
Oh, it's psychology, but it's really good at understanding why you have certain chimp friends and human friends and how the computer brain works.
It's my sort of thing, Sharon. I'm always reading about the brain, what makes us tick.
You got to read that though. That's
I
really
will.
good.
Sounds like a good one. Hit in the eye with that flower. So are you doing citizen journalism now?
Yeah, I just do a little bit for the channel because, I mean, Katie's having to take a little bit of a step back because she's got personal things going on with courts and stuff. So, me and Red Pill Phil have been kind of doing a few shows.
Okay.
I think we're going to be on tomorrow night. I'm at Manchester at the weekend, but we're going raving rather than demoing. But Manchester made us funky, so it's a bit of a retro night, funky house music.
Oh,
So
is that your thing? That was mine back in the day, yeah.
I like to throw out a few moves. Nothing better than dancing, is there, to keep your spirits high.
We haven't danced in years.
Oh,
It's sad, actually.
I dance in my kitchen. Do you not dance in your kitchen? Do you never put the tunes on and just dance in your kitchen? Oh, you're missing a trick there, Marie.
I am, actually.
Yeah, you're definitely missing a trick.
I know I'm doing this weekend.
You can be
What
so
am I doing
serious.
this weekend? Actually, I'm
You're
in
dancing in your
Taunton this
kitchen.
weekend.
You're going to get some funky house tunes on, and you're going to dance in your
I'll do
kitchen.
it on Sunday.
All right
I'll be
then.
home Sunday. Campaigning in Taunton on Saturday.
Oh, are you? That's a bit of a
6-hour trek.
That's a bit of a drive, isn't it? See, if you were one of these elitists with the campaigning for global change, like you'd have a jet, wouldn't you? You won't run campaign trail there.
Do you know I
You'd
read?
have to stop fighting for people's rights, Anne-Marie, and get on their boat.
Do you know I read that all the planes, trains and automobiles, minus the trains, that took everyone to this COP26 spewed out more emissions than Scotland would spew out.
Yeah.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Not really. I believe anything now.
You know,
There's nothing goes past me that I think, really?
yeah, well, all bets are off, really, aren't they? They locked us in our houses over
And everyone voluntarily wearing masks in the open. I mean, come on.
Still see people wearing outside on the road.
No, but do you know what breaks my heart when I see young kids with them on?
I breaks my heart when I see old people wearing
Yes,
How frightened
I
must they
know,
be?
I
What
know.
a way to spend your last few years.
I'm not kidding, but these parents of these kids with them on need to stop. I'm sorry, but they do. That's it. They need to wake up quick.
Well, the booster thing is going to wake a few people up.
Well, they're already
There's no hope for them.
they're already pushing. All right, we'll slow down.
It's actually not too bad.
They've
2, 3, 4. Brilliant.
Flags out to get there.
we'll move this way. They've already started the narrative, haven't they? Of young kids having strokes and heart problems in young boys and infant deaths. All of these, alcohol causes 7 types of cancer, and suddenly flu's back on the menu.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's been found again.
Yeah, it's
We
been
missed
found.
it.
I know, it was missing in action, wasn't it? But now it's flu. The 2 adverts on the radio. Flu, get your flu jab, and alcohol gives you 7 types of cancer.
Jump to the eyeballs with jabs. Well, I won't. You won't.
No, I won't. So, turn it back round. This is football stadium.
Right, is this live, Sharon? Are you?
Yes,
Right,
live.
You're going to have to put that on for a second. Just to ask people to come along. Anyone in the northeast?
Right, so it's a public meeting. Millions of people don't vote. Millions of people have given up on politics. This is exactly what the political establishment wants us to do. Blacksmith Pub, Stockton Street, Hartlepool, Sunday, December 12th at 1 p.m. to hear what, how, why of party politics. That's with Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie's been campaigning when she's been at these demos and speaking. She's encouraging people to stand for themselves, stand up, get them out of their jobs by standing in their places. So I'm assuming it's a little bit of an extension on that, is it?
Absolutely, yeah. I just tell people, I want to encourage people lack confidence.
Yes.
And they shouldn't. They shouldn't, because they're already much better than most of our elected
Well, look at me doing this sort of thing. I'd never have thought it.
It's shocking, and the lack of confidence is what keeps us back. If you just overcome,
Yes.
just give it just a few little bits.
I just think if you see me doing it, you can do it. I've got my phone, that's it.
It is just lack of confidence that stops people. And that's the irony of it all, the tragic irony of it all.
And attitudes as well, because I mean I got asked, well, what can you do? It's too big a problem, what can you do about it? But you just do what you can, don't you?
Absolutely, you do every little bit you can, and all those little bits have to add up. What's the alternative, Sharon? Do nothing.
Exactly.
You either do something or you do nothing.
Yes.
That's one or the other.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter how small your something is, you have to do something. And some of us have got to stand for election against
Yes.
Yes. Gets us out there. It's
Yes.
really important.
And like Keith always says, I'm just a hairy ass builder, and I can do it. So
The country, frankly.
it's, if you care about your community, you can do it, can't you? Really?
Absolutely. I mean, what makes us think that lot in elected positions are somehow geniuses? Believe me, they're not. They're not. They're no better than any of us. Worse, in fact, than most of us.
Clueless in best at best, really.
Actually, it suits the really powerful to have stupid people.
It does.
Stupid MPs and stupid councils who just do it themselves.
Useful idiots, I like to say.
Absolutely. That's why I have most of our MPs I think is too sharp.
Easily bribed.
Imagine if they all had principles and stood up for something.
Morals.
They wouldn't be able to push through the globalist
No.
BS then, would they?
Excellent. From a Sunderland Echo. Holly will go behind me. Behind me. Okay.
Sunderland Echo Chronicles here.
Okay, and everyone this way, please. Okay. One last little bit of video, everybody.
Couple of cheers up. Save our
Everyone ready, guys?
Save our shipyards! 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 That's it, guys?
Done. Guys, thank you all so much.
Thank you for coming.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
No, it wasn't the same bridge. This is in Sunderland. The one that we were in was in Newcastle. Just answering your question. I've just noticed
Thanks,
it.
everybody. Good luck.
Oh, what's the guy doing there with the hat and the mask? Really? Oh. How are you doing? All right.
The other day, the carers, can you follow them on a web page?
Mockingjays of the North.
I couldn't find it.
Could you not? They're on Facebook. They keep getting took down, I think.
my
Changed the
dear.
name. I'm not really on Facebook, so I'm not kept I'm on their messenger group, you see. But yeah, it's the Mockingjays of the North. Is this where the council meeting?
Right.
Yeah.
You and Craig.
Way of the North.
Yeah. Mockingjay North. Is that a different one?
Way North.
I know the.
Brian, do you want to go over there
I'll
now?
check with the girls.
Yeah, he's gone.
Here's the top down.
That's all right.
Maybe that's Way North.
Right. Well, I'll let them know that if they get a request off you to let you in.
Okay.
Guys, we're doing really well here.
She's also got it, so not really disinvolved.
Oh, I'm just going to sleep here.
Yeah. He's going to sneak up on me. I can't him out. How are you doing? I haven't seen you for ages.
Fine, you don't. I've been so well, but
Have you
you
not?
know,
Oh, that's
that's
good.
down there now. Really nothing. A couple of years ago. Yeah, that was in the steps. And I thought, no, where to go? So I kept going to get busy.
Our shipyard!
Only for
Save our shipyard!
Come on,
I
eh?
got medication for it. Once that's up in tablet.
Brilliant. Oh, well.
Get out of the car. That's why I was saying, I was getting out of the car, stand up, and I was like,
Have you not been to a demo for a while then?
no, I've got that
This
bad.
guy was always in London when we were in.
I'd got that bad. Honestly, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah,
No.
isn't it funny to be standing next to somebody wearing that? After the last few years. There's a very different type of atmosphere at the demos now, these freedom demos. There's one this Saturday actually, there's one in Newcastle. I think so, yeah, there's one in London, Manchester, Leeds. I think they're all over, aren't they? Birmingham and everywhere. But they're just paid idiots, aren't they? Some of them,
that's
though.
it.
They're a minority out there. I mean, I think we need people to be on the same side now against the establishment.
That's what we've said from the beginning. That's what we've said.
Yeah, I know.
Towards together we are stronger.
It's taken for the middle class to start losing the businesses to get on board, though. You know, they have to start losing. It had to, you know, it's like that. Learning the behaviour, not what to accept. It's like they push it up and push it up, don't they? They put more and more pressure on us until we finally go, right, it's affecting me now. And I know some of the girls got comments last week at the demo they did about the carers losing their jobs. And it's like, oh, they've come out now after because they lose it. But these girls were out before then. They were out right from the beginning of all of this rubbish. They were getting the kids together in the parks when there was lockdowns and all that. So
a lot of them scared to come out.
Yes, I know. And you can't just walk away from your job. You can't just risk your job. She says. Not that everybody's a gobshite like me.
What I don't understand about that is, right, they've all been gone getting the double job.
Yeah.
Which that's on the government websites. The government's been speaking to Parliament, told them half of them has been given a placebo, but the still class has been double job. Yeah. We're not losing the jobs.
I know. And all of these people that don't want it, that worked right through it without any protection, exactly. They didn't even have enough PPE, whatever it calls.
It is a virus out. But it's another variant of the flu. I've had doctors agree with this when I'm sitting talking.
I think I've had it twice now.
And I've been, all my operations.
My whole family's had it.
All my operations have been cancelled because I wouldn't let them do tests.
Yeah, well, I said I would do it if I could do it myself because I needed that up. But I did it myself. I didn't like. Oh look, here's the council members. Come into the. Here's Steve.
Save our shipyards! 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 Save our shipyards!
I say it's good to see that the Echo and the Chronicle and that's here, eh?
Chronicle, unbelievable. I was booked in last month for the 17th, it was on a Friday, to get me knee up here on again. And I had to go for the test on Tuesday, but I already told them I'm not going for the test. So the phone was on a Wednesday, all the operations have been cancelled. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I need 8 operations because of the arthritis. Discharges, you can no longer get any treatment.
They're already doing it to us, aren't they?
If I need any treatment, I've got to go through my doctor.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't let them, and I said to them, I said, the test is false, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't matter, the facts don't matter.
And I'm high risk, I've got COPD, chronic asthma, I'm high risk. Begging us to get this, you're not putting another risk on this.
Exactly.
Save our shipyards! Save our shipyards! Save our shipyards! Save our shipyards!
We save our shipyard.
Save our shipyards! 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 Save our shipyards!
Oh,
Save
our shipyards! Save our shipyards! Save our shipyards! Save our shipyards!
Meeting afterwards.
Save our shipyards! Save our shipyards! Save our shipyards! Save our shipyards!
Sun's coming out now. Oh, it's true. Mackem and Tackham, actually. That's good, Brit. Just taking those boxes.
Guys, can I? Right, can I introduce you? Stephen Hewitt. What they're doing for us is they're putting in 2 written questions to the council. Now the 2 initial questions are really easy. They then have a supplementary, 2 supplementary questions, one from each of them, that must be answered now, right? And they have no, the council has no warning what the question is. Right? Now that's where we actually find out what the council
without these two, right, all we would have had was an informative petition. It was important that we put that informative petition in. If we had said, will you do this, and the council said no, where do we go? So today's campaign has been all about raising awareness of councillors. Most of them probably don't even know the Pallion shipyard is there. Right, so I can't
That's
thank
right,
you
Bandit,
all
they
enough
have
for coming. Because
everything.
without the march,
The North East was
council
known
will
for it.
not be meeting us next Tuesday with one agenda item. In our opinion, reopening the Pallion shipyard, and we're meeting the director of Weirpool.
I think they're on Telegram as well, somebody said. The Mockingjay girls are on Telegram as well, so.
Yeah, you can.
Time's the meeting start, Keith?
4 o'clock.
Hiya, Steve, you alright?
The councillors will start drifting in shortly. It's supposed to be in my quarter of 26.
It's only 3:05.
I might be in before.
We should have walked a bit slower, shouldn't we?
I know that's the road, I can't have a back route.
40 minutes to save our shipyard. We've then been invited into the sports bar. By the way, the bar is closed.
There's no fun in that, is there?
We open our bar.
Hiya,
Is
you alright?
everybody allowed in?
10 people who don't need to.
Is everybody...
You're allowed 10 into the where the full council is, but the rest can go into the sports bar.
Save our shipyards!
It's a bit...
Didn't want one.
I know, I got it on film.
Only one I can took one of us.
I know, it's just rude that, isn't it?
Very rude.
Who would turn down information, free information? Who would turn down that free information, the truth? You know, what is wrong with people?
I don't know.
It happens all the time. That's what they walk around with blinkers on, don't they?
Next time you say one of the councils could remind us to come and stand there so they can't get past us.
Catching what? I'm just getting a bit closer so I can hear you have that wind.
All right. But officers should be informed. Right, guys.
Stadium
What-
shy.
Guys, Philip, James, I want you a bit more here.
Oh, there's a Sunderland Newcastle.
Right. James, I need you to come to about here.
Yes, people. Just a little reminder: there's a raffle on to raise a bit of funds, and it's Rob done a wonderful painting. He's going to raffle it off. So if you just check the channel out for details, and like, share, and subscribe if you want to keep in touch with us. Hear me waffling on a regular basis. going to go over. I'll show you this. This is very nice. Look.
Save our shipyard! 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 Save our shipyard!
Yeah, well. Do you know what? The North East was like for industry and everything else. It was the heart of it, wasn't it? I mean, industrial age. But apparently, Middlesbrough's going to be the technology park, the future. And why does everybody gather in London when London doesn't even belong? The city of London doesn't belong to the UK. It's like an entity all on its own. It's a financial centre. I don't think I'm going to go into the meeting, if I'm honest. I mean, it's a regular council meeting. These just want to hand over a petition, I think, as the councillors as they're walking in. I don't know where she's from with the big camera over there, though. Where do you reckon she's from with big camera over there? Do you reckon she's... Will she?
And he's from the Chronicle. So do you watch your news network?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have a clue?
Yeah.
He's actually got Moxdale on Friday. Moxdale's on his guest on Friday. He loves Moxdale. I can't stand them.
I'm live, you know.
I'm not bothered. Can I stand them?
I know there's a bit of a mixed feeling there, isn't there, with certain people?
But it's just with all this G5 and that and taking out killing people. That's a box.
Well, I don't think you can dismiss anything that they're doing.
Oh no, dear, you can't.
I mean, it's not good for us anyway, is it? I mean, if you imagine travelling on a train and everybody's got a 5G phone and you're standing there, there's no escape from it, is there?
Well, but I don't think 5G is any different to the 4G.
It's weapon technology, though, isn't it? It's what they can. It's the frequency they put out.
But ever since mobile phone must have started going up, it's been affecting pigeon racing and that. Not so short of 5G. Normally people have been lost into thousands of birds. They used to get reported, they're not getting reported.
Yeah.
Disappear.
Yes.
Yes, it's because it's been scientifically proven birds use a magnetic field. So you've got all these mobile phones sending signals out. It's messing with birds' heads.
Yeah.
Stop them flying. That didn't do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go be nosy. No, listening.
A lot of them now gone because of the. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they'll discuss what petitions are going for. No, they won't. As soon as you see the petition being handed in, we also want the 2 written questions. They only want 1 important for us. I want the written questions to finish. We'll go. So we'll pause the video. Or we can watch the video. We can watch it after. It's warm there. We're warm. It's nice. It actually is a nice finish to the march and a nice finish to the. Right. So what we'll do is
About quarter to.
Hello, darling.
We were told us three. Well, I was
Meetings are full. I thought if we got in about quarter to, 10 to, then when we're walking in, we're not walking on the corridor. We're going in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. And there's a corridor in between Queen's Bar and Montgomery Suite. So if one person wants to come along and hand it to the council representative, is that okay?
And what? On the council.
That's already done.
It's already done.
Yeah, we've done. We've done it.
Perfect.
We've done it. No, we've done it.
I'm from the council security team. Just
Right.
saying.
Councillor Panman.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's all that bit's gone.
Bordy and Doyle.
Sorry?
Bordy and Doyle.
I'd just like to say, guys, before it commences, just where the Montgomery Suite is, the front windows. Did you see through that gate where Brian and Craig are standing? If you go onto there, it's directly beneath the suite. You make a lot of noise at that point. Straight into the
No, zero. No. It's a council meeting, right? It must be
yeah,
respected.
he knows he's council security.
Okay, no,
We've got security guards here.
If you want to, you'll be lobbying the councillors coming into this entrance.
which is what we're doing.
Save our shipyard! Save our shipyard!
But if you want to, once they've all gone in and it's drawing near to 4 o'clock, you go to that end. Where
Can we get in?
No, to shout, to make noise. And they'll be able to hear you on the front desk. That's where governance is. So it's where the gate is upstairs.
Go out.
Yeah, you'd think that when you're double dosed, you wouldn't need it. So are you going into the meeting? Are you going into the meeting then? Or are you just going in?
I'm going to go to the meeting, yes, eventually.
Yeah. We're all having a smoke out there. It's smoking through them. I think they're hiding, but we can see them. Well,
Brian's great. And at 5:30, it's going to go along there and make some more noise.
all right.
Here yet again?
Right underneath the weatherman sits.
And we're just letting them know where they can stand and make as much noise so it can be heard within the chambers. Over there. Yeah. It was just, that was the council security. Let them know who can go in and whatever else. But yeah, what time are we on? 20 past. Do you always have your council meetings in here?
Just while they're building the new shipyard.
What's wrong with
What's wrong with that old shipyard?
Civic Centre like? Has it?
Full of asbestos.
Skeleton stuff in there at the minute. Just money for Mr. Miller's.
Oh, no. I'm not ashamed to say it.
The million got us cost.
The Miller Band and his crew.
The millions it's cost.
Best crowd Sunderland have had in years. Great Brit's being cheeky just because he's a Geordie. He's saying best crowd Sunderland's had in years. I was telling Anne-Marie about your, why they call it Mackham. And he confirmed that that's right. Mackham and Tapham.
Right, hold on. I'll give you my camera now.
She says, oh, I love the North East. Who's that we're going in?
Brilliant.
I'm live on Children Matter News. Do you want me to? Do you want to say? Have you come down to support these guys, or are you just in for the council meeting?
No. I'm not a councillor.
No, I know
Brian's
you've got
told
your
me, and he's told me passionately about the shipyards. And I'm all for industry coming back to Sunderland. I think it's great. I'm not opposed to shipyards at all. I think it's just a great little.
Got some work to do with your team, then, haven't you?
I do. I'd like to say, no one's against the shipyards coming back to Sunderland. It's just a battle of resources.
Well, apparently there are resources available, but they want to build housing instead. I'm just saying, how you're going to employ? Where you're going to employ these people to pay for the housing?
Well, we have to remember that we're 12 years, into a Tory government, not a Labour government. So
Not in Sunderland, though.
We're not the government in Sunderland. We don't even have proper devolved powers in Sunderland.
Yeah, but Labour runs Sunderland Council.
We don't control the Department of Transport or the Department of Business or DEFRA or anything. We haven't for well over a decade.
Yeah, but you have agreed plans for housing, and numerous housing plans have gone in, haven't there? There's lots of new housing estates popping up everywhere, and I believe they want luxury flats where the shipyards were. So, there's got to be a balance, hasn't there, somewhere?
That hasn't been confirmed.
I see Gen 2 get a lot of favouritism. Yes, you're on the spotlight.
That's fine. I'm happy being on
Go
the
on,
spotlight.
sorry, I've interrupted you.
No, that's fine. When it comes to housing, we have one of the better housing markets in the country. This is the only, one of the very few places left in the country where a young person can hope to buy a house. Nowhere in the south can a young person ever hope to buy a house. It's a renter's market everywhere. So I think Sunderland City Council have done well on this issue. Saying that, I'm still not opposed to industry coming back. Of course, housing is good.
It's usually the job market that attracts the people to buying properties, though. And if there's no jobs, if they destroy all the industries, I mean, what are these people moving into the area for?
Well, Sunderland right now has one of the healthiest job markets in the entire northeast. In the country, definitely. We have way more vacancies than we do people to fill those vacancies. Employers are actually struggling to fill vacancies. It's the opposite problem in Sunderland.
I think all of this business with passes and whether you've had certain jobs and things is making a big impact on whether people are employed or not. I was at a demo last week with the carers who were losing their jobs because they refused the tyranny, the mandate of no job policy, which the girls have worked right through all of this couple of years without any protection from it, and now they've lost their jobs because they refuse to it's my body, my choice.
Yeah.
When it matters.
Yeah.
When it suits, and now when it matters, it's been ignored. So I think that has an impact on the job situation as well, really.
At heart, I am a libertarian. I do think people should have the right to choose what they do. I'm not against the vaccine, but I am a libertarian. I'm against anyone being forced.
It's tyranny, isn't it? When you're forced to do that in order to have your freedom or paramount freedom.
It's a very tough one, because then maybe elderly residents who are being looked after these people, should they also be subjected to someone who's unvaccinated?
Yeah, but if you look at the statistics, most of the people in the hospitals that are really seriously ill have double jabbed.
I don't know about that particular statistic.
You can find those statistics. 70% of them are double jabbed. So, you could argue the case that these people that aren't jabbed are at risk of those that are, really. I mean, it works both ways, doesn't it? Unless you've got... And the government aren't following the science. Or you didn't follow the science over the kids. You started jabbing them, didn't they?
I don't disagree with that. I mean, this country is the worst in Europe, one of the worst in the world. We spent £37 billion. That's an immense amount of money on... It's daylight robbery, it's corruption at the highest level. We're here, and essentially the argument is to dredge money for £15 billion. And that's what we're all fighting for here, which is fair enough. But then, the government's getting away with billions of pounds of corruption.
All right, mate. Have a good meeting. See you later. Don't wind them up too much, mate. I know what you like. Sorry. So are you going into the meeting?
No, no, no.
Oh, no.
I am a candidate, not a councillor. I've never been a politician, so.
Oh, well. You're in practice though, aren't you? You're practicing for the role, I can tell.
No, no, I'm a candidate, so. Yeah.
All right, so you are standing, yeah. What area?
Bonds areas.
All right. I don't know all the areas. I'm not
No, that's
local,
fine.
but
Whereabouts are you from yourself?
I'm down in Teesside, over Teesside way. So, yeah. But yeah, it's good to see you down supporting over the shipyard though.
Yeah,
That's,
well, I've known John. John's approached me. John's right here. He's the guy there in the nightcap. He's one of the organisers, and he's told me all about it. And to be fair, there's nothing I really disagree with. I don't disagree with industry coming back to Sunderland. So
it's it's one of the few areas left, isn't it, that they could rebuild really. So thank you for talking to me. Anyway, what was your name? Sorry.
My name's Ethisham.
All right. Well, watch out for this guy then, because he's standing as a candidate in Barnes area, right? Bit of promotion for you there. So yeah, they've gone into. Can you just keep going? Oh, somebody wants to know where you got the statistic from for the least statistics. Sunderland have the least unemployment, please.
No, so I'm not saying it has the least unemployment. I'm saying right now the labour market in Sunderland is doing very well.
There's a lot of jobs available.
There's a lot of jobs. Companies right now are actually struggling to fill jobs.
Right. It's worth digging into finding out why that is then, isn't it, really? There's a little
I mean,
banner for you.
Are you going to be live?
I'm live, yeah.
I can say why. Because Sunderland has a really high aging population, unlike Newcastle and things like that. Our population generally isn't that young, so that's why we are struggling to fill vacancies in Sunderland, which is a good thing. It's a good thing if you're looking for jobs. It's pushing up employment. There's more vacancies right now than there's ever been in this country. I think 1.4 million, last I checked on BBC News yesterday. So it's looking good for employees because wages are being pushed up. I don't know that.
Apparently that's the government as well, isn't it? It's not the lack of drivers, it's the lack of assessors that can go out and get these guys back on the road. I think that's the problem we're struggling with, really, isn't it?
They should have anticipated that we're no longer going to have a shared labour pool with the rest of Europe.
I think there's lots of lorry drivers in this country that are sitting on twiddling their thumbs because the paperwork's not in order, and that's down to the government, really.
I've heard
I blame them for everything. It's their problem, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree at all.
If you wear a badge, you're on my list. I'm sorry, I'm going to hit you.
It's fine. No, I mean, I don't disagree. I think they should have anticipated that we're suddenly going to have labour shortages, and where those labour shortages would have been. They should have made the administrative side of things much easier for people to go into HGV driving. I know a lot of people who have licenses who have not worked in the industry for a while. Now they're getting letters from the government telling them to go back to work. But they should have done this beforehand, not after the shortages.
Well, this is, left hand doesn't know what right hand's doing in that place, does it?
No, I don't.
They just shuffle staff around so nobody is accountable, and that's the problem that we face. Whenever there's a problem, we go, we'll try that. Oh, it didn't work. Who do we see about that? I'm sorry, they've moved on. Let's find somebody else to be. Oh no, let's just forget it and make another mistake. That's how I see Parliament.
No, I don't disagree. You see a minister make a mistake 1 month later, they're back in another minister.
They get promoted in police force if they mess it up.
Yeah.
And I think in social services as well, I think the whole establishment needs tearing down and rebuilding from grassroots with the people at the heart of it. Not like, they're just poor, elderly. Let's let them freeze to death in the cold because energy prices have gone up so much. Let's let them, starve to death because you can't afford to feed themselves if they want to keep warm. But it's all right because they're just the poor, they're the elderly. We don't need to worry about the working class. We don't need to worry about any of those because basically we're ruled by the higher ups, aren't we? Those with money, those with power and a bit of a say, and they don't give a shit about any of us. So anybody out there that thinks that any of the government decisions is anything to do with the people and benefiting us, wake up.
I mean, this is why I'm standing as a candidate, because I'm sick of people who are much richer than us, much better off than us, just doing what they want. They don't really care. They'll do the bare minimum to stay in power, and then that's about it.
As long as they can invest in a company.
Second interests. If you read the list, you'd be shocked the amount of MPs on the pay. It's been a problem on both sides, I'm not going to lie. Obviously, we're 12 years into the tour, so that's where I think the media and everyone
Yeah. I think a lot of the independents now are starting to move things forward, and I'm hoping that it won't be just a two-horse race for much longer, you know, because that's what it is, isn't it? Tory, Labour, it's two wings of the same bird, because the people that pull the strings, the people that feed the bird, all sit in the same camp. They play both sides and they manipulate everybody, and everybody that's in that business can be bought, because they wouldn't be in it if they couldn't be bought.
No, so if you look at the way the Labour Party is funded, it's very different to the Tory Party. The Labour Party is funded through unions, you know, small donations, things like that, where the Tory Party is a much smaller party. It's a much
Can I ask you what you think of Tony Blair?
What do I think of Tony Blair?
New Labour.
It's a tough one, because New Labour did a lot of good things in this country. You know,
They took Labour away from the working man, though, didn't they?
Look, they reduced child poverty. They pretty much nearly eradicated child poverty.
No, he didn't. He increased forced adoption. He increased forced adoption with his policies about adopting and timeframes, and he actually damaged a lot of families. So I'm not having that. Tony Blair is an evil, evil man.
Right, but okay, under Tony Blair, did you see food banks around at the rate they are?
No, well, the food banks were put in place when they started talking about universal credits, because they knew universal credits was going to put everybody on the poverty line and messing them about with money. So they knew before, everywhere they put a food bank, everywhere they introduced universal credits, they put a food bank, because they knew they were going to cause food shortages and poverty for people, and that's why they put the food. I was working in that system when it all happened.
So you agree that after Tony Blair went, food banks came in.
I think,
whatever you think of Tony Blair,
well,
or
like I
Gordon
said,
Brown,
they're both wings of the same bird, and so they all take the turn. They all swap around and go, right, you damage the people that way, and you damage them that way, and you destroy them that way, and that's what they do.
Can I tell you what I think? You can disagree with me, of course. You know it's a free country.
Anybody that knows me knows I would anyway, if I did.
And I'll defend your right to do so, to disagree with me.
Good. Free speech.
What I see the difference between Tory and Labour is 2 million children go. The biggest party this side of Europe, and wherever you have 500,000 people, you're going to get people who are bad, people who are good.
Somebody just put on there, employment rates in the North East, Great Britain, thanks, are the worst in the country. That was the UK government 2020. I don't know if it's improved in the last year, but I can't imagine it with there may be more jobs because people are
telling you, employers
because of everything that they've done to us.
Really struggling to fill vacancies. They are struggling to fill vacancies.
So anybody out there in the Sunderland area that's not got a job, why haven't you got a job? Because this fella here says there's loads of jobs. And he's going to be held accountable to you if you can't find one. Is that all right?
That's absolutely fine. No, Sunderland is sitting on the ascendancy.
I love Sunderland, mate. I've been campaigning in Sunderland for the last 5 years. I've been raped on streets and in parks and everywhere. Just on a serious note.
You see that area there, it was all empty. It was swampland, right? That's
swampland?
It was empty. Anyone in Sunderland knows that. Now,
so what happened to the wildlife that lived there before?
Never had wildlife there.
Well, that's good.
It was basically just a brownfield site.
Well, that's good.
Right. And we fought these, and it took years for Mr. Miller at back pocket payments. That's what it took for Mr. Miller to back pocket payments.
He went to the highest bidder.
To give his friends millions.
Oh, there you go.
That's what he's done.
Right,
that is a fact.
No, I don't.
You're not going to agree or deny anything.
No, I disagree with that. I don't think anyone here is on the take. If they were, they'd be in jail.
They wouldn't be in jail.
Why would they not?
Sunderland Council is the most corrupt council in the country.
But we're 12 years into a Tory government. We're not in charge.
Tories and Labour are exactly the same. You might as well just say the one party.
We're not exactly the same.
One party.
Two wings of the same bird, isn't that right, Joe?
That's exactly.
Right. I mean, that's not true. We're not exactly the same.
That's how
we're very different. One side are conservatives, the other side are socialists. How can you say they're the same?
Socialism always leads to communism, and they're both leading us down the communist route, and they have been for years.
No,
communism is a taking away your freedoms and your rights to travel. What are they doing to people? It's communism. It's a creeping communism that's been coming in for years. And if you look at the history of the last 40 years,
so who are the communists here? The Tories, because we're not in
The ID passports. Who wanted the ID passports first? Tony Blair. He didn't get his way, so now it's the COVID passport. Socialism always leads. Look at history. Socialism always leads to communism, always. And tyranny is when the government overstep their powers and tell citizens they have to stay in the home. They can't have a job if they don't. Medical tyranny. All of it's tyranny, and so. You know, this is communism at the very least. Creeping communism, totalitarianism, technocrats, call them what you want, but they're all destroying the population.
Is creeping into this country anytime soon. I'm not.
All right, can you fly without a jab? Can you go anywhere without proving things? They've got borders now.
So are you making the case that the Tories are communists?
I'm making the case that the government is pushing the communist agenda. All of the government is pushing the communist agenda because our freedoms are being taken away on a daily basis, and they have been for years. Isn't that right, Joe?
You're correct.
You can make that case. I mean, I understand the point you're making. I don't think that has anything to do with communism.
And Marxism.
And Marxism or communism. But thank you very much. It's been great speaking to you. I will have to be off.
All right. Thank you.
Really interesting speaking to you.
I like a little debate. Don't take anything like, you know. I like a good debate. Thanks for standing up for yourself, because I'm a bit of a farce.
Do you know what it is? When it's cold, I find it hot.
I know, I've got one glove on because I can't use my phone without and it's freezing.
It's freezing. How many views have you got there?
I haven't got many. Don't you worry. It's not a big. It'll go out to a few.
20,000.
Only 20,000.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's been really great.
No, but it's. I mean, I know I can see that you're young, and you know, but please look at the similarities between the communist agenda. They followed China when China dealt with Wuhan. They followed China's example. They were already a communist country. Do you know? You've got to look at the big picture. Always look at the bigger picture, because everybody gets their little piece to do, and unless you put all the pieces together, you don't see it. It's creeping communism. Honestly, when your rights are getting taken away like they are here, that's not a good thing. You know?
I don't disagree that people's rights are being eroded slowly every single
Yes,
day.
we're born free, and we should stand in
I
our.
am a libertarian. I believe that people should have the power to decide. I really do believe that.
Well, you're the up and coming ones, right? So you need to make sure this communism, they put a stop to it. But if you can't see it, you're not going to be able to end it. You need to see it first. You need to. You look in history, always. Is that right?
Correct. Right.
Too serious. I've been listening to you. This is really serious stuff, isn't it? I love it.
It is.
Oh, you know, we'll talk about anything.
Drifted on from ships to the world.
I'm letting the conversation. And you put me through a test here.
Get a picture of the College Shipyard in Arlington.
Yes. That is. And you want to run for the hills now, don't you? Sorry, I'll let you go. Don't worry.
I'm not running from the hills. I'm just freezing. That's it.
Thank you very much.
It's been
Anyway.
really good speaking to you, and it's been good speaking to your audience. Even though I don't know how many people are watching.
Yes.
So it could be 10. It could be 10,000.
Well, it could be 10 today. It could be 10,000 next week. Who knows?
All right. Thank
But
you.
we'll
very
see you
much. By
later.
the way, if I were to search for your Facebook, what would I search?
I'm not on Facebook personally, but Children Matter News, childrenmatter.news, if you want to look at the channel on YouTube, it's on there. So you'll catch your interview on there.
Okay. Thank you very much. It's
All right.
really nice speaking to you.
You too. See you later. Where you?
To you as well. It's been great.
Right, Joe, I'm going to go because I'm freezing. Are you?
Are you going in? Well, I'm not coming in. That's,
I'm not going in there. No, I'm going. My car's around there. Oh, no, I'm down there. So, yeah. Well, let's turn it round. Let's turn it. Me and Joe, look. We've been demoing for years, me and Joe. I'm going now. Get a warm cup of coffee. Chill out in the shed. Oh, you don't bother with none of that stuff. It's a northern thing, isn't it?
I'm coming down.
Oh, this is.
I'm only trying to stop at 11. I'm average 60.
These aren't council members going into meetings. The councillors of Sunderland, are they? Who was it? Somebody knocked on my door with a clipboard yesterday. I didn't answer it. Right, Joe, well, it's been lovely seeing you, and I hope you stay fit and well.
I will. Give me a cuddle, me darling.
There you go. We'll see you soon.
Right, I'll see you later, Charles.
All right, well,
Are you from Newcastle again? Or where would you?
I'm going to Manchester.
Manchester.
Yeah.
I might book myself a ticket. Come down. James got us still about down there.
I have no idea. I'm not on Facebook now.
Oh, I'm on just for like certain people.
Yeah.
But I'm on like daylight and stuff like that. But I've been trying to get that, and for some reason it's not letting it say my email address and things wrong.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Sometimes I just start. I forget that. Like, I'm
I
on like
don't know.
daylight and Telegram and stuff like that.
I've only just joined Telegram and
I would do. Oh, no, I wouldn't have Twitter. Twitter. That's
Oh,
what it is,
you know.
Twitter.
I've only just gone on it, so yeah. Right, we'll see you later.
Did I, my darling?
Yes, thank you. So yeah, thanks all for watching. And if I haven't answered your comments, I'm sorry, because probably has been double dip. But it's... I ain't got any eggs. Yes, Sunday. Oh, I don't know about Sunday. I don't know if I'll make Sunday. I'm at an all-nighter on Saturday, Rob, so I might be able to make it. But me and Phil are on tomorrow night. We're going to talk about it. The clubbing days and that, a bit light-hearted fun, you know. So now I've got to go locate my car. Should I come around this way? Anyway, peace, love and light to you all, and see you soon.